Has excerpts from a very important document that's being worked on very heavily in this campus called the mission statement. And that is what is the driving force of the RSHN ministries, and I guess I should say it the other way, mission which brings ministry, especially since the reforms of Vatican II. So welcome and take them. Out of that town, and it was a little village in the middle of New York City, we had multiple groups of people. And literally, I'll have to put the mic down. My family lived on this street. A street went like this. This was the Irish side. You turn the corner, this was the Italian side. I joined a religious community the group I joined was by accident. At one point in my life, I was a very good basketball player, old rules, girls' rules. Remember, one half court, the other half court. And I was also a photographer, which you see I still run around with cameras. And I went to a diocesan high school that had 4,000 girls, separated boys and girls. I went to the girls' side, 4,000 students, and my high school graduating class was 926 people. What? We filled St. Patrick's Cathedral. All right, so I graduated from high school. I had been the manager of the basketball team, and our arch rival was a school called the Academy of the Sacred Heart of Mary. Does that ring a bell?
Yeah.
Okay, so our colleges were Marymount's and our international schools were Marymount's. Our elementary schools that we founded, our high schools that we founded were called Academy of the Sacred Heart of Mary. And then, if some of you were with us on Wednesday, you found out that we also served in parochial schools, and we didn't change the name of the parish school. So I go to Marymount Manhattan. I did 3 years there, and then he finally got mad at me one night and said, "Oh, go do what you want." And my mother, I remember at the dinner table, said, "Jack, you just gave her the world." And I went and signed in to the Religious of the Sacred Heart of Mary. I was 19 years of age, I had almost reached my majority, and I had one parent who agreed that I could do this. Reached your majority at 21. It's the day before I turned 21. My mother puts on the congratulations cake. It's not legal till tomorrow. So, folks, you know where I get my weird sense of humor. But they were not Catholic. My mother was a Presbyterian, and her family, most of which was Presbyterian. So I come from another tradition inside a very strong Roman Catholic Irish tradition. They did a good job on it. And my mother did convert to Catholicism. And then, I'm going to jump ahead. I finished college, I get through my novitiate, and my first assignment is back to one of our city schools. First American foundation in Africa, and it's called, at that time, the Federation of Rhodesia and Nyasaland, and we opened that as part of our missionary adventures in 1957. That monstrous trip out of the United States started for me on the night that John F. Kennedy was elected President of the United States. Because this gentleman, John the 23rd, felt that our church had gotten a little stagnant since the last council, which was in the 1850s. And he wanted us to look, the title was called L'Aggiornamento. He wanted to open the windows. I never knew which way the windows opened. But he opened the windows, and it was to look, hey, there are millions of Christian people in the world. There are millions of people of other traditions who have the faith in the one God, and that's very strongly shared with our Muslim population. We are the Abrahamic people. It is very strongly shared with our Jewish comrades. So we have the Abrahamic people, and this wise man is saying, we've got to look at our roots. We're God-born people. We come through Abraham, and the traditions are very similar and parallel. And what he did to do this was he called this council, which lasted from the end of 62 to 65. Most of you have learned a little bit about the British colonial system